Coming up, we'll see Justin Jefferson. He's coming off a week where he lit up the defense and the stat sheets. It's the Vikings and the Rams, and it comes your way next.
Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Los Angeles Rams and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They can't be any better as we hit the halfway mark. A perfect 7-0 on the year.
And when we looked at this team in August and we looked at the schedule, we thought they had the potential to get off to a hot start, but I don't think either of us expected 7-0.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here, losing for 5 straight.
So many different reasons teams hit the losing skids, but the best way out of it, something has to happen positive early in the
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford. Stafford going to throw from the outset. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. The 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, L.A. Jacoby Myers. His first touchdown on the year. And the Rams will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, you spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here come the Vikings as they get set for their first drive. They'll be led out by a former most valuable player in the National Football League, the always dangerous Lamar Jackson. The drive will start with an option going left. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. And we're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere, the dermatologist was on speed dial, but I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media, we'll start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
Jackson on first down. On the out route, he completes it to Hall. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that will bring up second down. Jackson. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown. Justin Jefferson. Lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Vikings are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. Offense running back out here, and you remember last drive was pretty quick, about 10 seconds, Charles. One play, very long pass play that ended in the end zone.
And you know every offensive unit, when that happens, they want to come running back out and recreate it. We know the chances of that are slim because now the defense is on high alert. But at the same time, that confidence should carry over into the start of their next drive.
Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Stafford. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Andrew Booth puts it off. And the Vikings are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Jackson running again. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. They'll run with Hall. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Well, that was big right there because they're the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They run it with Hall off the option. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On the option, it's Jackson. Now the ball comes loose.
Holding defense.
Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how any time you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. This defense for the Vikings, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And what keyed their victory?
The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. As they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Now Stafford. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
Running on first down, Eckler. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll go down as a gain of 6. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Man open is Robinson. Touchdown, L.A. Allen Robinson, 33 yards.
And the Rams have taken the lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it's Allen Robinson who caps things off with a touchdown. Take it in at the 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Minnesota's offense takes over possession.
And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And some room to work. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson.
Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Vikings are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
And the Rams getting set to go now.
But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on. Both sides moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Back to throw, Stafford. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing again at Stafford.
Connecting with Kupp here on the out route.
And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Rams. Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford as his guys have now moved out in front.
Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. There's a glimpse of Justin Jefferson, the wide receiver, as he and the Minnesota Vikings return back here on offense.
He has certainly made the most of his catches so far, both of them going for touchdowns here in half number one.
And we've never met a team that doesn't talk about getting off to a fast start and featuring guys that they want to have the ball early. We're seeing both of those come into play here. Off to an incredible start, got their feature guy going, and now everyone else should have opportunities.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Throwing is Jackson. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. To throw is Jackson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Jackson. And this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Jackson will keep it, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Lamar Jackson, as the first half is winding down.
And the Vikings have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Now the Rams about to go on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground.
And he's going to have a Rams first down as he gets it up past the 35.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On first down at Stafford.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now a first down throw. Stafford. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And able to get this out to the 25. Now come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third.
This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
And now across midfield down to the 35. 59 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
At halftime, he had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of the game.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson, he'll go up top here for Hamler. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Rams are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
To try again after the sack. Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted.
One side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's Jackson. This time he's got the hook up. It's complete. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Vikings have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. L.A. set to take over again on offense. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, are coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Now a play fake and it's Stafford. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, well, they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Well, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke because, all right, guys, have your fun. All right, throw it out the window.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter.
Stafford's throw into the hands of Boyle here.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 25 yards that time.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Up the middle with Eckler. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. It's Eckler again. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. To throw is Stafford.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
They snap it to Stafford. And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. On second down, here's Nwangu. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And this will be a Vikings first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Another run now for Nwangu. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When there's extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. On first down, Stafford here. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Andrew Booth puts it off. And the Vikings are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Touchdown, Vikings! A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Vikings add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. To the air again, Stafford.
That's caught, and it's Eckler again.
Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Stafford now to throw.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Another shot from the one on second and goal. Now Stafford. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And one of the whistles for timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So the final seconds have ticked away.